Mike Cardano with the Roto Experts in the Fantasy Sports Network here with you on this Friday, April 11th. And I've got some favorable matchups for you to help put the odds of winning daily fantasy today in your favor. Now there are lots of aces throwing tonight, so which ones do you go with? Well, that's why I'm here. So let's get right to it. Johnny Cueto is 0-1 on the season, but he has a 1.93 ERA while striking out 17 and holding opposing batters to just a 160 batting average over 2 7-inning starts to start the season. Now, I like him in today's interleague matchup against the Rays, and at $9,100 on DraftKings, there are 12 other pitchers priced higher, including guys like CC Sabathia and John Lester. Cueto is healthy and he's dealing. He's a great value on a pitchy-heavy night, and then will likely differentiate you from much of the competition. In 3 meetings against the Phillies, Marlins young ace Jose Fernandez has allowed just 1 run in 18 innings. The right-hander was particularly dominant in his only career visit to hitter-friendly Citizens Bank Ballpark, fanning 9 batters and giving up just 1 hit over 7 innings. He's pitching with an extra day's rest today, and he's won all 3 of his career starts after getting at least 6 days of rest, compiling a 1.45 ERA and 41 strikeouts in just 31 innings. At $12,600 on DraftKings, he's the most expensive pitcher on the board, but over at FanDuel at $9,500, he's cheaper than both Yu Darvish and Felix Hernandez. Go get you some Jose today. Jason Kubel is hot with a 5-game hitting streak, batting .524 with 5 RBI during that span. He's 6 for 14, batting .429 with a homer and 2 doubles against Royal starter Bruce Chen. He's just $3,800 on DraftKings and just $2,900 on FanDuel, which will allow you to get some marquee names in your lineup tonight. Hey, we've got some rain likely in the Northeast today, and it doesn't look bad enough to postpone anything at the moment, but in places like New York, Philadelphia, and Baltimore, you're definitely going to want to double check what's going on there just before game time so you don't get caught with your pants down. And hey, did you know that the Fantasy Sports Network now has an iPhone app? That's right. You can get all the interactive stuff that appears on the Fantasy Sports Network website, and now you can also watch the live TV programming streaming on the go. So check that out in the iPhone App Store. And for more daily fantasy coverage, tune in weekdays to the Roto Experts in the Morning Show with Scott Engel and Adam Ronis from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Fantasy Sports Network, or on SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio, Sirius 210 XM87. And for those of you on the West Coast, we don't ask you to wake up at 3 a.m. We replay the show here for you during your 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. time slot. And weekdays from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on SiriusXM Fantasy Sports Radio, we've got the first word on Daily Fantasy with coverage from Dr. Roto and Tony Sincata, along with Daily Fantasy industry heavyweights Drew Dinkmeyer and Mike Leone, as well as some of the most well-known fantasy players in the space. So be sure to tune into that. Good luck today, everyone, in your daily games, unless, of course, you are matched up head-to-head or in a tournament against me. And in that case, you're probably better off just forfeiting so you don't have to waste your time checking in on the scores on a busy Friday night. But remember, it's not personal, it's just fantasy.